Dear students, in our previous class we have discussed about opening a file, and in opening a file we have discussed about the two methods and all the syntaxes of the two methods. Among those syntaxes and examples we have discussed one thing, that is, after giving a file name, a mode has to be given. Come, now we shall discuss about that mode. What is that mode called? Come to the point now. Concepts of file modes. Okay, in, out, and app mode. Among them, first is iOS, then scope resolution operator, then app. App means append. Append to end of the file. What is meant by appending here? Appending means adding something to the end of a document is called as appending. So file that can be given in append mode and it belongs to the stream of stream. Then iOS, scope resolution operator, then name. This mode is used for open file for reading only. Okay, read only file system. For that thing it is used, comes under IF stream. And next is out. Is scope resolution operator, then out. This is for opening a file for only doing change, only writing. Writing means typing or writing anything inside the file. It comes under off stream. And then is iOS, then scope resolution operator, then ATE. This is for open file for updation and already existing file. If you want to update, it means we need to do some changes, we need to edit the file. For that system, this 8 mode is used, and move the file pointer to the end of the file. Along with updating, moving the file pointer to the end of the file. Think this complete thing as a file. Moving, we are doing some changes here, and then move the file pointer to end of the file. Moving the file pointer to the end of the file. Okay, this is what called as open file for updation and move file pointer to end of the file. It takes both the stream, that is IF stream and OF stream. And next is iOS binary. iOS, scope resolution operator, then binary. It is used for opening a binary file. It takes both IF stream and OF stream. Then iOS no replace. iOS, scope resolution operator, then no replace. Turn down opening. Okay, turn down opening. If the file already exists. Okay, it takes off stream. Then same as iOS, scope resolution operator, no create. Turn down opening. If the file does not exist, it comes under off stream. And the last one is iOS, scope resolution operator, then trunc, TRUNC. It is used for on opening, delete the contents of the file. This is used for if the file has something. Think this as a file. It is having something data here. I have written this much of data. Okay. If I try to open the file, then the contents of the file will going to be deleted. Okay. For doing that type of appendings, here iOS, scope resolution operator, trunc is used. It comes under off stream. Now you write down all these modes. After this, I am going to give you example. Then by that example, we will come to know how these modes can be used. Now come to the example. By this example, we will come to know how all the above said modes can be applied. Previously, what the modes I have written, I think you have written something. Now come to these examples by seeing those modes. Here, all the flags means those modes can be combined using the bitwise operator or operator. Which is the or operator? Just this is a symbol for or operator. Okay, now come to the example. F string, F out, text dot dat. Okay, then go to the previous class example, that is opening a file using constructor or opening a file using open member function. Then we have used in between double quotes text dot da. Then after that put a comma. Then I have written mode here. Now this is the mode. iOS scope resolution operator. Then out. Like this we can give the mode. For what this is the example? This is the example for, I have given the comment here, open text dot dat file in output mode. Text dot dat file in output mode. Then f string in double quotes text dot dat after double quotes comma. iOS scope resolution operator, then in close parenthesis and semicolon. I have given comment open text dot dat. This text dot dat, okay, text dot dat in input mode. Here we have given out, so it will open in output mode. Here we have given in, so the file will be opened in input mode. Okay, then come using f string. This is for OF string and this is for IF string. For OF stream and IF stream we have finished. Now come to F stream. Okay, this is the example. F stream F5. Then F5 dot open example dot in. This is the file. Then after that mode is out using OR operator. iOS scope resolution operator, then out using OR operator. iOS scope resolution operator, then add using OR operator. iOS scope resolution operator, then binary. Like this we have to use all the above said modes with the syntax or with the example for opening any of the files. And now we are going to discuss about closing the files. How can we close the file? Dear students, as we have discussed opening a file and it has two methods. Now come, how can we close a file and what is the syntax of closing files? As we have already know that opening a file can create a linkage between the two things, that is stream object and a file, stream object and an operating system. Opening a file, okay, establishes a linkage between the stream object and an operating system. This means opening a file. And what is meant by the closing of file? Closing a file means removing the linkage between the stream object and the operating system, which is created when the file is opened. Okay, a linkage which is created, which is established in between the stream object and an operating system has to be broken. That thing is called as closing a file. Come, we shall see how can we close a file. After the intended operations are done with the file. Intended operations means after opening a file, if any operations we need to do. Okay. After performing all the operations, think that, take an example, we need to do output operations and input operations after opening a file, and we have done all the operations, output operations also done and the input operations also done. Now we need to close the file. Okay, then the file should be safely saved on the secondary storage for later retrieval. After doing all the operations, we need to store that file. Okay, when we need to store, after closing a file, we can able to store the file. Okay, or before, not after closing, before closing only we need to save the file. Okay, But here in C++, a little bit differently for saving a file. Okay, when we remove or when we break the linkage between the stream object and an operating system, then the file will be closed and it will be saved in the secondary storage for next retrieval. See, the file should be safely saved on secondary storage for later retrieval. Later retrieval means I have said couple of times and many times I have said. Retrieval means using files whenever needed. Okay, then this is done by the member function close. Okay, a member function close is there, and the saving the file in secondary storage is done by the member function close. Okay, then the function on its execution, when close function is used, when this close function is executed, then removes the linkage between the file and the stream object. Okay, when this member function close is executed, it removes the linkage between the file and the stream object which is created when we have opened the file. And now come, we shall see the syntax. Syntax here is stream object. First we need to take stream object, then dot after close member function. See, stream object means f out. This is for outputting. Dot close member function. Then f in dot, then close member function. Like this, we can use the syntax for closing a opened opened file. Now come, how can we close a text file? Or we can see the input and output operations on text files. How input operation can be done with the text file, or how output operations can be done with the text file. Come, now we are going to discuss about the input and output operations on text file. We have in this chapter we have discussed regarding two types of files. One is text file and the one is binary file. Now come, input and output operations on text file. Which are the types of input and output operations on text file? Here we know that a text file consists of a group of ASCII characters. In the starting of this chapter itself we have discussed that a file contains a group of ASCII characters, then or ASCII values. The data in the text files are organized into lines. The data in the text file. Just remember this as a text file. Okay, the data, whatever things I have written, it is organized into lines. It is in lines, right? Yes. And in the text file is organized into lines with a new line character by using a new line character as terminator. Okay, a new line character as terminator. In the end of each line, we will use a new line character or end of line character. By that, the line is going to be terminated and the text will be moved to the next line. Okay, and then the text file needs the following types of character input and output operations, and the text file needs the following types of input and output of character operations. They are, first is the put function, next one is the get function. In our previous classes we have taken these as example: get, put, getline, read, write and all this. Now we are discussing all these types. So there are two types. One is the put function, next one is the get function. The symbol itself indicates the given thing is the function. Symbol itself indicates given thing is the function. Anything which is followed by one close parenthesis will be considered as a function. Now we are going to discuss these functions individually. What is meant by put function and what is meant by get functions and what are their syntaxes and examples. Now come to the first type, that is put function. Here what is the use of put function? The put member function belongs to the class of string. It belongs to the class of string, and what it will do, it will write a single character onto the associated string. Writes a single character to the associated string. If it belongs to offstring, then it will write a single character to offstring. Now come to syntax, then we will come here offstring object, then dot put, okay, then inside the pair of parentheses a single character, we will take it as ch. It means data type, character data type. Come to an example, char ch, this ch equal to, take it as a in between single quotes and with semicolon. After that, use this syntax, that is offstring object is offstring, sorry, this offstring, then offstring object f out. Okay, after this we have to use this. Then take a file as text.txt in between double quotes closed in a pair of parentheses. Now take this syntax, that is offstring object f out here, f out, dot put, then ch, take this ch here. This means the character which is given as a, okay, this will be returned at the end of file text.txt, or this means that a character a will be returned to the file txt text.txt. This is what a put member function will do. Put member function is used to write a single character to the associated string, and this is the syntax. Now come to get member function. Now the second type is get. The get member function belongs to the class if string, as the put member function belongs to class if string, so get belongs to class if string. The function get reads a single character, whereas the function put writes a single character, but the function get reads a single character from the associated string. An example here is if string object. In put we have taken of string object dot put, but here if string object dot get, then character equal to a. Take the same example, then if string fn, take a file name as text dot txt in between double quotes and closed in a pair of parentheses followed by a semicolon. Then fn dot get, this is if string object means fn dot, fn, then dot get means dot get, then character means character. This means it will read a single character which is present in the text.txt file, and that character is character A. This is just for reading a single character from the file of a associated string. Dear students, so far we have discussed regarding text file about only the single characters. Now we are going to discuss about the text file regarding the complete line, a string. What is meant by string? It is a sequence of characters is called as a string. That is a line of characters. It means string input and output. Now we are going to discuss. Among string input and output, only one function is there, that is the getline function. What is the use of this getline function? The getline function is used to read the whole line of the text. See, this is one line up to here. So this getline function is used to read the whole line of the text. Okay, and it belongs to the string. It belongs to the class if string. Okay, as we have discussed about put and get. In the same way, put for writing a single character, and get is just for reading a single character. But getline is for reading the complete line of a text and it belongs to if string. Come to the syntax. Fin dot getline, then give the buffer, put comma and size. Size should be in capital because this is case sensitive. Okay, then come to example. Take characters, that is book, then size. After that, f string, f in. Okay, here f in, take this f in here, then dot get line. Here buffer is the book which we have taken and size will be the size. This means it gives the complete line size of the file name book. Book is a file. From the book, it will give the number of characters present in one line of the file book. Okay, this is how Getline can be used for reading a complete line from the file. Dear students, now we are going to stop here. If you have any doubts in this class, you can ask me personally. Thank you.